Hi everyone, I'm Athena Ali, the Get Noticed coach, career strategist and government job application specialist. I help with done for you resumes, cover letters and key selection criteria that get hiring managers excited to see you. I teach you how to use the hidden job market to attract opportunities instead of chasing them. And I help you turn nerves and sweaty palms in an interview into a confident job offer. Now, if you're currently in a role where you're undervalued, unappreciated, and invisible, or maybe you want to move to a new role, land a promotion in the public service, perhaps you even want to leave it, then this presentation is for you, and this is something that I can help you with here today. So welcome to my live broadcast on doing this one thing to get your resume to convert to an interview for a six-figure public service role. Six figures, 100K and above, okay? Now, before I start today, I'd like to do an acknowledgement to country. So in the spirit of reconciliation, I acknowledge the traditional custodians of country throughout Australia and their connections to land, sea and community. I pay respect to their elders past and present and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples today. Now, in this weekly live, let's find out what you need to do, that one thing you need to do to get your resume to convert to an interview for a six-figure public service role. Now, if you're here live, say hi in the comments below. If you're watching the replay, I'd love it if you put hashtag replay in the comments. You can also view this on my YouTube channel if for some reason you lose the connection here on LinkedIn, or you can join my Facebook group, Public Sector Career Job and Job Advice Group, where this is also being broadcast live. So hashtag replay for those who are not watching right now, but hopefully you are. And if you are, welcome, thank you, and thank you for being here. So what is this one thing that you can do to get your resume to convert to an interview for a six-figure public service role? Now, most people who come to me never have this one thing done. It's either not done very well or it's not done at all. And it's usually very weak, even if it is done, okay? And it doesn't excite hiring managers or recruiters when you don't do this one thing. And that one thing is that you need to have clear achievement statements or accomplishment statements in your resume. So what is an achievement statement or an accomplishment statement? Well, they're statements that communicate with really powerful words that you've achieved results in your roles or your projects that you've been part of, okay? They show that you've actually developed transferable skills or experience or professional competencies. So it shows how you've used those skills to achieve an outcome. So these results, skills and competencies are directly related to the outcomes that you can achieve for this next employer. Now, these achievement statements also need to respond to the key selection criteria for senior public service roles. Now, these statements need to start with action, what we call action verbs, or what I like to call success verbs. And the reason for that is because they actually show the success or what you really have achieved in such a short sentence. So words like we're talking like transformed, maybe you transformed something, increased, saved, mobilized, changed, all sorts of really strong, powerful words like these. And the reason they're so strong and powerful is because they're a small word, but they say quite a lot in that one word. So for example, when I say the words increased or transformed, already without saying much more, the recruiter or the hiring manager already starts to get an image in their head that with that word, you went from situation A that wasn't that great to situation B, which was amazing, and that you're about to tell me what a huge impact you made with the skills, experience, and professional competencies you have and the result that you achieved from having those skills and competencies. So when you follow up that word, so say you have used the word increased, for example, when you follow up that word with metrics and a time frame, it gives me context to the size of the impact you made. What did you actually achieve? What results did you actually get? So if I say, for example, I increased revenue by 30%, although you've given me a metric, it doesn't give me context. It doesn't really give me everything I need to know. Yes, you increased something by 30%, but where did you start from? Where did you end up? So if you then tell me that you increased revenue by 30% in 6 months, and perhaps you started at $100,000 and you went up 30K more than when you started, well, then that tells me a lot more. It tells me how much more of an impact you have made in that project or in that job or whatever it was, that thing that you did. And then again, if you can show me the same figures, but perhaps you impacted $1 million budget and you made a $300,000 difference, which is your 30%, well, that's a much bigger figure. And that might be more relevant to a senior level public service role. And this is how you get to a next level role, is by showing achievements and metrics that actually are commensurate with that next level role. If you're only making small achievements, although they are great achievements, and we're not discounting any achievement, but if they're not commensurate with the size of the role that you're applying for, that that might not be enough to get you over the line for an interview. So we need to either meet or exceed those expectations in your achievement statements to be able to move to that next level role and get them excited that, yes, we've got the right person. They're dealing with the size budgets that we've got and making impacts in the way we would like them to make. So that's what's going to get them excited. Okay. So if you've already started working with budgets or projects that are well above your current pay scale, then providing achievement statements like this will be easy for you. It's only not easy for you, or if you come to me with statements that are weak or they don't exist, or you tell me, oh, I haven't made any achievements, or I can't tell you the metrics, or I can't tell you how long that took me, or if you can't give me that sort of information, no amount of embellishment by me or you is going to make those achievement statements sound like senior level roles. You have to be able to provide even your resume writer with that information for them to be able to really highlight how good you are at your job. If you can't provide that information yourself or to that writer, they're not going to be able to embellish it without telling a lie. And we definitely don't want to be doing that. So how do we fix that? So what do? If you don't have strong achievement statements or you can't get them? Well, one, you either get the experience for that next level role so that you can write achievement statements that are befitting of that next level role, or two, if you have the experience but you can't provide metrics because you've never been given them, or you're really not sure what they are or what sort of impact you actually did make, then you need to start collating that information from today so that you have that information, whether you're going to write it yourself or whether you're going to get somebody else to do that for you. You need to be able to provide that information for that information to be written in a way that excites the hiring manager, okay? Now, because you're not confident to articulate it yourself or to your resume writer, it's going to be hard to also articulate that to a panel at an interview. So this is why it's absolutely crucial that you get this right from the outset, because it will then affect your application. Even if you did get into an interview, if you can't then articulate it at an interview, you're not going to be a great match for that role, and you just aren't going to get the role. You're not going to give them enough confidence to land the role. Okay, so work on those achievement statements, and that is the one thing you can do to elevate your resume and get hiring managers excited to see you. So that's the end of my live today. If you want to hear more and you'd like to come along to my free training, I'm going to be doing a free training in a couple of weeks on Thursday, the 17th of March at 7 p.m. And that is, it will be on how to design a powerful resume and get shortlisted for your dream six-figure public service role. As I said, that is happening on the 17th of March at 7 p.m. In this live training, you'll learn the 3 biggest mistakes you're making that are actually turning off recruiters and hiring managers from picking up the phone and calling you in for an interview. You will also learn how to become the person they're most excited to see, even if you don't have the direct skills and experience they're looking for in the role. You will also learn the 6-step process to getting hired in a 6-figure public service role as well. So look out for the details down below. I will pop them there sometime today. Otherwise, please comment yes, please below, and I will send you that link straight away when I have it. I'm just in the finalizing touches of doing that, but I will do that today. If you want to ask me any questions, feel free to DM me as well. That's the end of my live today. I'm really looking forward to presenting my free training as well. So I'd love to see you there. And otherwise, I will see you next week on my weekly live. Bye.